Brownie. Brownie. Good girl. ये वाला ना, अब ये बिस्किट्स भी खा लो, ठीक है? ये बिस्किट्स ब्राउनी, ये बिस्किट्स भी खा लो. हाँ, गुड गर्ल ब्राउनी. What happened? Hello, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. And if you haven't watched any of my videos, please do watch them. And if you like them, then please do like, share and subscribe to my videos. And so I will tell that in Hindi. प्लीज़ अगर आपने मेरा कोई वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो प्लीज़ उसे देख लीजिए. एंड अगर आपको पसंद आए तो प्लीज़ लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. तो लाइक आई हैव started different sections of lectures. Like एक तो इंडियन फिलोसफी का है, one of the lectures on Indian philosophy. So previously we have done the Jaina philosophy and we are continuing with the Jaina philosophy. तो Jaina philosophy में we have reached the topic of Syadvada. Syadvada is basically that particular part of the Jaina philosophy which emphasizes on tolerance of others' viewpoint, and they are very flexible in their judgments regarding somebody else's viewpoint. So here Syadvada, they start with the point of view that since there are two kind of knowledge, immediate and mediate knowledge, and in the immediate knowledge, like there are innumerable aspects to the knowledge which is there, and it is according to one's intelligence or wisdom that you can grasp that particular knowledge. So here we can say that an omniscient being can obtain this Kevala Gyan or immediate knowledge from all its innumerable aspects, but the person who is not omniscient or it's average or not hasn't reached to that level of wisdom cannot grasp all the innumerable aspects of the knowledge. So therefore such partial knowledge about one of the innumerable aspects of an object is called by the Jaina writers Naya. So such partial knowledge which is grasped by the normal human being who is not omniscient is known as Naya, and the judgment or paramarsa based on such partial knowledge is also called Naya. So every judgment that we pass in daily life about any object is therefore true only in reference to the standpoint occupied and the aspect of the object considered. So every judgment that is passed is based on the situation and the scenario, and within that scenario only you are unable to understand that judgment and predict that judgment. So it is because we forget this limitation and regard our judgment, and therefore sometimes it happens, right, ki like we have perceived something from the environment and we make a judgment on it, and based on that judgment we think that we have grasped the whole knowledge, and we are in the misconception ki we have grasped the whole situation, but that's not the scenario, because because we are unable to, we are not omniscient beings, we are normal human beings, and so we are unable to grasp the whole scenario, and our knowledge is partial. So when it is with this partial knowledge is known as Naya, and the judgment which we make is also known as Naya. And and therefore they and so it is because we forget this limitation, regard our judgment as unconditionally true, that we come to quarrel and disagree very often in our life. So there is a story which you must have heard, the story of a blind men. There were three I think blind men who formed their ideas of an elephant by touching its legs, ear and tail and trunk respectively, and thus came to quarrel about the real shape of the animal. So I believe everybody is aware of this story, where there were three blind men and there was an elephant, and they didn't have an idea what this object was, and they touched it, and they felt different as different parts of the elephant, and based on the part which they touched, they made a picture of the object, and that was the reality from their point of view. But they did not grasp the real identity of the object, which was an elephant. But according to their perception, they made their own reality. So the perception which we have of the reality is not always the truth. It might be true, it is right from our part, but not the real truth. And then the various systems of philosophy which give different accounts of the universe similarly occupy different point of view and discover the different aspects of the many-sided universe. So there are various philosophies in the world, and they have put forward their own philosophy behind the universe, and therefore there is a lot of contest between these philosophies. They quarrel because they do not bear in mind that each account is true only from its own standpoint and is subject to certain conditions. They fail to realize, therefore, that the different views may be true, like the different descriptions of the elephant. So they are true from their own standpoint, but every human being is true from their own standpoint. It's not like, but that's not you can consider as the real truth. Jaina insists that every judgment should be qualified with some word like somehow. So that's why, and somehow is known as Syat in some respect. So every time, whenever there is one standpoint, they use the word somehow, and this theory of Jaina has come to be known as Syadvada. So it is the view that every ordinary judgment passed by an imperfect mind holds good only of that particular aspect of that object judged and of the point of view from which the judgment is passed. So this is what the whole theory of Syadvada is, and there are why the theory of Syadvada came into existence is the principle underlying Syadvada makes Jaina thinkers Catholic in their faith, in their outlook. They entertain and accept the views of other philosophers as different possible versions of the universe from different point of view. The only thing that the Jaina dislike in other thinkers is the dogmatic claim of each that he alone is in the right. This claim leads to the fallacy of exclusive predictions. Against such a fallacy of philosophical speculations, a protest has been raised recently in America by the neo-realists, who have called it the fallacy of exclusive particularity. They basically are Jainas are basically against the whole standpoint of dominance or the dogmatic point of view, that one stands truth from their standpoint, and that they generalizes also or universalize the whole idea that whatever truth they hold is the universal truth. But whereas the Jainas don't accept those ideologies, Rather, they accept the view that they accept the views that they appreciate the point of view and the standpoint of other philosophers also, and they accommodate it. So now we are going to do the 7 forms of judgment late next time. There are 7 points of judgment. I will just make you go through it. There are like Syat Asti, Syat Nasti, Syat Asti Cha Nasti Cha, Syat Avakta. There are Syat Avaktayavam, Syat Asti Cha Avakyatam Cha, स्यात् नास्ति च अव्यक्तं च, स्यात् अस्ति च नास्ति च अव्यक्तं च. It's like 7 of them, and they are very interesting to study also. So we are going to do that the next time. Okay, so I hope you have understood what is Syadvada is, and this theory is really important in the whole Jaina philosophy. So we will do it more precisely from on the 7 forms of judgments. So then that will come forward in my next video. Thank you for enjoying my video, and please do like, share and subscribe to my video if you really love them. Okay, till then, bye.